welcome to Homestead Corner. I'm Jenny, and today I have got a $30 pantry stock up from the Dollar Tree. Today we were able to run into the Dollar Tree, and I was able to get a $30 stock up haul. This is mostly food, a few pantry items that we use all the time. So I think it's important to make sure we have plenty of everything. The way things are going, things are so crazy out there. It's hard to find things. Things are so expensive. We want to get the best deal we can and make sure our pantry is as stocked as possible so we know we have it and we can provide for our families. So making sure that is just chocked as full as possible is so important right now. So let's jump in and see what we got. So the first thing I grabbed, I was pretty excited to see these at Dollar Tree, these little mini oven mitts. They have a rubber inside. They're pretty thick, actually. I bought some Cuisinart ones, and they were $7 a piece, which was quite, I thought, pricey for an oven mitt, but these feel just as thick. I have not tried them yet, but they feel pretty good, actually. I was surprised for $1.25. I like the lemons, and having some extra oven mitts is really important. Make sure that we can always do the things we need to do, whether we can afford them or not. I like to stash little things like that. That way, if I don't have the money, or if I need it, one breaks or something like that, my dogs love to eat those, so they think it is just the best chew toy ever. If they find it, they snag it. So I like to make sure we have plenty extra of all of those things that we use all the time. I think that is so important. And the next thing I grabbed, they had more of these quick oats in. These are super good, and for $1.25 for a pound of quick oats is a pretty good deal. You don't find them that price very often, and Dollar Tree doesn't have them all the time. So whenever I see oats, I always grab them because you can add them to so many things. I love putting them in muffins and breads and granola bars, anything. I use the whole rolled oats a lot, but I also use the quick oats too and mix it up depending on what I'm making. And then I make my own instant oatmeals for breakfast, which is great in a little mason jar. We love to make those and have them handy so we can just add water to the jar and breakfast is ready in a minute or two. So I love that. The next thing I grabbed was just a few more boxes of the sandwich bags and snack bags. We like to have plenty of plastic bags for everything in the house. It is so much cheaper to buy a big bag of chips or whatever it is that you want and just break them down into smaller serving size portions. And that way they are ready to go on the go. We keep tons of plastic bags in the pantry because they are just so handy and they save a ton of money. Even though you're spending that little extra $1.25, buy small bags. You'll see the price is crazy for individual snack size things that you would take in the car. The next thing I grabbed, I was so excited to see ginger chews at the Dollar Tree. I could not believe it. These are my favorite candy, and they're just so delicious. They're 100% natural. Prince of Peace, I usually buy these at other stores wherever I can find them, but this one has lemon in it. I mean, I've never had them with a little bit of lemon in it, so I'm excited to try that. I love ginger chews. They are so good for your stomach, and they're just delicious. I love them. If that's all I could have for candy, I'd be a happy camper. The next thing I grabbed was some wide egg noodles. These are pretty good. We bought some of these a few weeks ago, and they were really delicious. So I wanted to get a couple more bags in the pantry. We keep a stack of them in our pantry, and I like to make sure that stack is full right to the top so we know we have plenty whenever we need them. We use egg noodles. We just throw a handful in some soup or use some in casseroles or sometimes just butter and pepper. They make a nice little side if you're not sure what to throw together for dinner. So we do that sometimes, and it's actually quite delicious. The next thing we grabbed was these Hungry Jack potatoes. These are wonderful for quick meals. breakfast casseroles, anything like that. Just put a bunch of water in here, let it sit for 10 minutes, drain them out if there's any excess water. The little fill line in there, you can use that. Doesn't really matter because there's going to be extra water anyway. We just give them a shake once or twice while we're getting everything else ready. And these are just like fresh potatoes. They are so good. And I love that they can be stored long term because there's no oils or fats in here, which is wonderful. I just repackage them and vacuum seal them up in mason jars. You could do Mylar bags as well if you wanted to do that. But we love having these on the shelf because they are so quick and easy. And there's just potatoes and salt basically in there. And the next thing I grabbed, I don't buy this very often, but my kids love it. And once in a while, I do get them a special treat of it, but it's not necessarily the best thing for you, but they love it. The Jet Puff Marshmallow. You can make tons of treats with them. My kids like it on a peanut butter sandwich. I ate it on a peanut butter sandwich when I was a kid, so I think this is another one of those special little things that we do not buy all the time, but once in a while, it's nice to get that little special treat. And for $1.25, you can't beat that. That's a really good price for marshmallow fluff. And then I also grabbed an extra pack of the 8-count, the little pocket tissues. We love these for our emergency bags in our car, all over the place. And we have just, the last couple of weeks, everyone in my house has been sick, one after the other. So we've been blowing through tissues and all sorts of stuff to just help get everybody through. So making sure we've got plenty of tissues. These are wonderful to keep in your coat pocket, purse, anything like that. Just so you've got them. They're small enough and easy to take on the go. I like that. I love things that we can take with us and stuff in our emergency bags. Small, compact things are wonderful. And we also grabbed a few different kinds of sauces. They had Bullseye Everyday Honey Barbecue Sauce. This is wonderful on pulled pork in the crock pot. I love this one for that. We usually buy Sweet Baby Ray's, but I do like to mix it up once in a while and do a little something different. And the Honey Bullseye is really good. I also grabbed an A1 steak sauce. This is a 5-ounce bottle for $1.25. These are like $4 for an 8-ounce bottle at our local Walmart, which is the other cheapest place. And I think they are $5 for an 8-ounce bottle at our local grocery store. So we love to grab sauces whenever we can get a good deal on it. Things that we like, just grab them, stock them up in the pantry. And I keep a good supply of steak sauce because I really like it. And I put a little bit in my pot roast too because it has such a nice flavor. I love it. A1 is one of my faves. And the next thing I grabbed was just a small Hunt's tomato ketchup. And this has no preservatives in it, which is wonderful. We always like to go with the least amount of junk in it as possible. But, you know, you get what you can get. And there's not always the greatest stuff out there. So we do the best we can and, you know, get it in the pantry because we're going to need it at some point. And then I also grabbed a Texas Pete hot sauce. My daughter loves hot sauce on her eggs and a whole bunch of stuff. So we keep a good supply of that. And this one has sauteed garlic in it. And that sounded really good. We normally just buy the regular one, but I saw the garlic and I know she will love that because she's a garlic fan too. Me too. I like a little hot sauce here and there on different things. So whatever we can find. All right. And just a few canned goods also. I grabbed these Sloppy Joe Mix, the red gold. I really like this brand. These are absolutely delicious. You just add your ground beef to it, slap it on some bread or buns or whatever you have, biscuits. They all work. Anything, really, it will work. Whatever you have in the house. The next thing I grabbed was some more chicken broth. I think I got two cans of the low sodium chicken broth. They had the chicken, the beef, and they had the low sodium chicken also. So I grabbed a couple of these. I love these for when I'm making soups or cooking rice or noodles. They add that extra nutrients and flavor, and it is so good. I use these in my rice-a-roni and things like that, and just instead of water, if I've got broth, I try to use that just to give it that extra. And then the last thing we grabbed was a couple cans of sliced pears, the Del Monte. These are pretty good in a light syrup, which is nice. They're great to have. There are not a lot of canned fruits that we like, and they are quite pricey. I don't think there's anything at our other local stores for under $2. So we try to grab them whenever we see them at Dollar Tree, just to get them in the pantry and make sure we have them. So these are great. You can cut them up and put them in breads and muffins, and you can eat them out of the can. I like to make cobblers with them and crisps and things like that. So we like to keep a decent amount of fruit, as much as we can, the things we like that are canned, in the pantry. And that is it for today's haul. We got a bunch of different foods to get into the pantry. We want to make sure we're keeping it nice and stocked, so when we can't find it or we can't afford it, because boy, are we seeing that in the grocery stores. That is crazy. I saw a couple of rollbacks, but 3 cents isn't far to go back when it's already up $2. So people get excited. Oh, it went down 3 cents. Yeah, but it's up $2 still. And so we have to remember that and try to get the best deals we can and stock as much as we can, just to make sure we can get through. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.